What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? It's your folks over here at the Sova no Jutsu podcast. It's Ill Silk, your boy, with my Sova gang with me. I don't have an AKA today because, as I was informed, I look like a jazz fusion virtuoso on the bass. Huh. Damn, I don't have a name for myself
What's
right
your
now.
bassist
Damn, I'm
name?
gonna think of one.
All right.
What's my bassist name? Ooh, it's gonna be Silk McCurdy. I feel
Silk
like that's a strong
McCurdy.
bassist name.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but
I like it.
it just sounds like a strong. Like I'm in the back, quiet as a bitch, with a lit cigarette, and the cigarette bent at the tip.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, you see
I like
the
that.
vision? You see the vision?
Yeah, I see it. So my name Shy, aka Bailey in the chat, aka King Midas on Twitter. Shy Harmonica, or no. Shy and Santa Monica. You feel me? No.
You could do better than that.
I didn't like any of that.
Yeah, I you know what? Let's go with Shy Harmony.
Shy Harmony. See, I was gonna go with my nigga Shy.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And then we got
Sunbay, your designated uwu, and this is your sweetest taboo on the mic.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, we gonna call you Lemonade.
Young Lemonade.
Start of the episode.
Oh God. Oh shit.
She got a voice like
Oh, no,
fresh squeezed lemonade in the summertime.
Leave me alone.
All right. So today's topic was the top 10 list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our top list.
Let's let Sunbay pose that question again.
Okay.
Let's run that.
The topic is our top 10 lists doing more help or more damage to the anime community. And I want to know, what exactly do you mean by the top 10 lists?
So on YouTube, on social media, what you see a lot of people saying, these are the top 10 fighting anime that are out right now. These are the top 10 anime fight scenes, anime beatdowns, anime love triangle, so forth and so on. And one of the good things I think it's doing is it's highlighting, of course, a very biased list of anime that have a couple of specific scenes usually that people are looking for. And so then they'll watch the whole anime to just see this scene. But there's also the very real issue that some people aren't fans of anime. They don't really want to watch it, but they'll check out these short form lists and go, "Oh, that's super cool." And now, this is now their new favorite anime without them ever watching it. And they're really only in it for the 30-second clips.
So do you even consider them a part of the community if they're only watching 30-second clips of anime?
So
are they truly anime fans if they only watch clips?
If somebody says that they're a fan of Coil Ray, who blew up off TikTok, and they enjoy the songs they hear on TikTok, right? On these short form, they're not hearing the full song. Would you say that they're not a fan if they don't actually go out and get the album?
I would say they're not a fan.
Okay.
To be a fan of something, you have to actually dive into it. You can't just get snippets of it and be like, I like this, and keep it pushing. Like, you would need to dive into it.
No. I might have a counterpoint, right? I'm being a bit objective, right? Mm-hmm. I think there is levels to fandom. So, say, for example, while people despise the My Hero Academia fandom, right? I like the anime to a point. I would consider myself a fan, right? just not to the level that everybody else is. Not to mention that we do live in a time frame where a lot of us grew up with ADHD. So let's not be so ableist, because I'm starting to really realize how it's impacted my brain. And so some people can only handle the short form because they can't sit still long enough to process all the shit. Like, the older I get, the harder it's been to sit and watch subtitled anime. Because I be wanting to do shit while I'm sitting.
Only got so much
That's why
time in the
people
day.
watch dub.
Right? And sometimes the dubs just don't be hitting.
Sometimes they hit harder.
Sometimes they hit harder. Like, I was rewatching Dororo the other day. And I was like, I watched the sub, but I was like, this. I mean, I watched the dub, but I was like, this sub is magnificent. back to on track. I was just making a plea for people who can only deal with, or
Right.
only dealing with short form content. I don't necessarily think that makes them less of a fan. That means they got their foot in the door. It just might take the right person to get them all the way in the door.
Right. So, like, for somebody like me, right, where I'm like, one of my favorite animes has 45-minute episodes. It's Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Ultimate has 45-minute to an hour, like, mini movies. Like, they're OVAs technically, like they're long. But if you get through all of Hellsing Ultimate, I think it's one of the greatest things that have ever existed. But there are some people who will take, the clip, like a singular clip from like the last episode of Hellsing Ultimate, and go, "Oh yeah, this was one of the saddest moments in anime history." And people are like, "Oh yeah, that was real sad." They have no idea on the context or anything like that. But now, but they'll continue to watch clips from Hellsing Ultimate. They'll continue to watch clips, but they won't actually sit down and watch it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say they're completely out of the fandom. They're not fans for real. I'm not going to start, drawing that line in the sand. But I do think that these people who surround themselves with only the anime soundtracks, or maybe they're only checking out soundtracks. Maybe they're only checking out these clips, but they're only watching top 10 lists and not actually the anime. I really wonder if that's hurting some people, because if these lists didn't exist and they went out and found the anime on their own, maybe they actually would have watched it from beginning to end.
I think that comes with the issue of microwave media today, how everything is very quick, and how if you can't please them in 10 seconds, it's not good. So I don't think that speaks to an anime list that it does microwave media.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to interject and say that my issue with it is not necessarily the microwave media, but the way people consume information, right, is in these short tidbits, and then, right, that's their only point of reference, right? And then so many of these websites have put out these top 10 lists, and it's just it really has no weight, no heft, like it's really got no depth. It's really like they're just churning shit out just to get people to keep revisiting the page or whatever it is, just to have the traffic. Right? It gets kind of corny after a while. Like, what else do you do? Right? Exactly. And this is, and to be completely frank with you, people aren't even reading the list, the details
look at
of
the
the
titles.
They read the big captions, right? And my so one of the things that I hate the most, especially with a lot of these sites, because I feel like, and this is a personal opinion, but I feel like a lot of them lack creativity and imagination, specifically because a lot of their thumbnails will be, you're using an artistic media, right? And so your first thought is to go create the image in an AI image generator.
Oh, see, I haven't seen AI images for this stuff.
Oh my God. And it's not even just top 10 lists, like just a lot of YouTube shorts, TikToks, they do this corny shit. And I really think it's fucking terrible. Right? I think I put top 10 lists on a list of things that's killing social media, along with the Alpha Male podcast and the Man versus Woman podcast.
Agreed.
Right?
That's
Like
fair.
shit that do stuff like that. I feel like it belongs there personally. I don't have all of the words in order to articulate the full breadth of my point, but I think I provided some context.
I get it. Personally, I think one of the main times top 10 lists do damage is when it's obviously biased and broad. Where they say, like, somebody would say top 10 anime of all time, but they'll name ones that came out within the last 10 years. And it's like, you can't say that, and then it's only shonen.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you can't say top 10 anime of all time, and then it's only shonen.
Then you must say
Like,
top 10
statistically,
shonen anime.
that's wrong. Even if it's like opinion based, cool, but statistically, that's wrong.
Then
You would now need to say that this is opinion based, my top 10 anime of all time from.
Right.
Because now you're wrong as hell.
The
So
audiences ain't even trying to hear that either. Even if it's with opinion
people. So then you'd have to break it down into like either genre or demographic, considering that shonen is, a lot of people will argue that shonen isn't a genre, it's a demographic, and that's true. But to say shonen is to say a number of tropes that these things have. To say shoujo, although it's a demographic, is to say a number of tropes that these things have that pander to a certain demographic. But even if you say action anime, broad, it's still broad, because you're talking about, if you say seinen, broad, because we can take into consideration that seinen, most people will immediately think of your anime that's got blood and guts and gore, but let's take into consideration one of the early, like, I believe 06 anime, Bartender, which is, don't really got none of that, but they are talking about some depressive themes sometimes, and they're talking about
base. I was about to say it.
and they're talking about alcohol.
Does it always, like, it automatically goes to depression when we talk seinen?
Like, when they talk about seinen, they're like, oh, depression, killing, sex, and it's like, okay.
Like, could we technically consider One Punch Man seinen?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say so.
Because there be guts in that motherfucking blood.
Yeah, guts, blood.
No, that's not like what a seinen means.
Naked people.
I'm just saying.
But seinen just means it's for adults.
Yeah.
It does mean that there might even be some fucking in it, and that's that sometimes that happens.
Wicked City.
So
a seinen manga is for the demographic of 18 and up, whereas shonen is for young children, which is younger than 18.
Yeah.
So when they say 18 and older, anything seinen just means it's a rated R movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
But back over to the top 10 list, it's one of those things where some people, like, it's of course it's the argument of, is short form media killing journalism? Is short term media killing journalism, or killing the attention spans of people, or is it pandering to it?
I don't think so. I mean, because again, these sites could have 100,000 people come through there, and they make a profit. And just because hundreds of thousands of people are pulling up doesn't count for everybody. So they have their place.
Yeah.
So, but I do think that they are a bit detrimental to new anime fans specifically.
Because these anybody's top 10 list is going to be biased. There's no top 10 list when there's well over 100 anime that drop per year, and you even and to narrow everything down to top 10 anime of the year is it has to be extremely biased. Because it's just the top 10 that you watched, or the top 10 that you that you want people to see.
You know, I know a top 10 list that that'll probably be right across the board, right? Is top 10 white-haired hot anime dudes. I don't think
Oh yeah,
women to disagree with that shit.
50,000 views in 3 days.
You say what?
50,000 views in 3 days, bro.
3 days.
100%.
50,000 views in the first hour.
Right, like like first 30 minutes, bro. Like, oh my god, right? Like, if anything,
the girls
right?
are tuning in just to see their fave. Like,
they probably argue over the order, right? And if somebody get left off,
why is this show number 1? Why is he 6?
What? Gojo need to be higher.
We can all agree.
Yeah, that would get pretty intense. But
right,
I do think,
right. I'd like to see the fight over that. That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
Leave that one to me. That'll be an episode of just me. I got really men for this segment. Top 10 white hair.
Coming soon.
That's actually one of the things that I would say top 10 lists would help the anime community. It's for when people have those particular things that they like if they like a white-haired character and they see those lists, and there might be someone on there that they didn't know. And now they might want to tune into the anime just for that character. Because there are a lot of people that do that. They'll watch an anime for one particular character. And I think when it's fun like that, then it's okay. If it's a cute little thing, or if people have threads that say name your top 10 list of whatever little thing, then I think those are fun when it's on a thread, because now everybody's just dishing them out, and maybe somebody's reading to see an anime that they haven't watched yet.
I was about to say, because we really can't say short form media is killing anime, especially not when One Piece is still a thing.
That's fair.
Very.
So
very.
To wrap it up,
One Piece is still very popular.
I don't get it,
man. Hey, look, I like it. But I also I'm biased because I've been watching it since I was,
Like even when I see like clips of it currently, I'm just like, I'm not really amazed, bro.
I mean, it's not for everybody.
I gotta wait 700 episodes to get to that.
I was seeing clips of what's that show? Euphoria was Zendaya for weeks, months, years. I've never once said I want to watch this. And that it's just because it's not for me.
It's giving people that have never seen Game of Thrones. They're like, I can't do it, and they avoid the peer pressure and the top 10 list of like deaths and all that. So, if it's just not your cup of tea, not your cup of tea.
I've tried. I was like, tell me more about it. So people explain it to me, and I go look, and I'm like, nah,
not your thing.
Not enough niggas here.
That's also fair.
Hey, clip that, cut that out. Don't put that in.
So to wrap up this topic, I think that each of us should give a little blurb about how we feel about how we're feeling about the anime top 10 lists. Should they continue to stay here to be? Should they continue to stay? Should they go? And would you mind doing them here on the Sova Anime on the Sova Anime Club YouTube channel?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. I do think we should do them here, because I don't think we as a group would do it in a harmful manner,
Okay.
and it wouldn't be ridiculous, as I
These are
stated
not
earlier.
top 10 such and such.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't think it would be ridiculous or inflammatory for us to do it, and I also think when the lists are done in a fun way, they're not doing any harm.
All right.
I think we should do the list because it'll give us a point to begin connecting with our audience a bit more, so they can understand the things that we like and dislike. So I think that actually might be conducive for us. I feel like it should just be like a one-time thing, though. Like, hey, we're doing the spotlight on our hosts, and they want to talk about their top 10 such and such.
Like a short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A literal blurb. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So then I'll toss it. I'll take up the next one, and I will say, I am neutral on the topic, for the most part. I do think that they serve a purpose. I do think that it helps people find anime, especially newer people. I do think they're also looking at biased. All they're looking at very biased media, and I'd rather them stumble upon these gems, or even look into the seasonals before they start looking at these lists. But I understand that for some people, this is going to be the preferred way for them to watch things. I just hope that they make a list and actually go and watch the anime after they watch the list. And should we do them here? I agree with Silk in that, telling people, what's our top 5, top 10, things like that, so they know kind of the things that we watch. So maybe they're like, oh yeah, I want to hear what this host really enjoys watching because we've agreed with certain things in the past. So then they can build up, a familiarity with that host.
I like that. We're all in agreement.
All right.
Well, just like that, that reaches the end of this episode. If you like this video, please like this video, like, share, subscribe.
Please tell your thickest auntie about this podcast, because Silk loves thick aunties.
And moms.
And moms.
Don't forget the mom. Oh yeah, share this shit with your friends. I mean,
we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool.